Let's get right into it. You've probably seen dazzling photos of our solar system's planets, but have you ever wondered what it would actually feel like to die on each one? Morbid, sure, but when it comes to space, even your worst fears can't keep up with reality. Number 8. Venus, the acid bath farewell. If you ever dreamed of walking on another planet, cross Venus off your bucket list right now. Picture this. As you descend toward the planet, its clouds start to eat away at your suit because they're made of pure sulfuric acid. The atmosphere gets thicker and hotter with every meter, turning your entry from adventure to nightmare. Before you even see the surface, the temperature soars to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, enough to melt lead. The pressure is like being a mile underwater. Your lungs collapse, your blood boils, and your last breath is more like a gasp in a furnace. No heroics here. Venus just crushes, bakes, and dissolves you. So next time you see those soft yellow clouds in pictures, remember, the prettiest places sometimes have the deadliest secrets. Try to appreciate the hidden dangers in things that seem beautiful from afar. Number 7. Mercury, the split-second sizzle and freeze. Mercury is the planet of extremes. One side faces the sun and heats up to a ridiculous 800 degrees Fahrenheit. The other is plunged into icy shadow at -330 degrees Fahrenheit. Land on the sunny side, and your eyes sizzle before your brain can process it. Any exposed skin burns instantly, and your organs shut down like a phone tossed in lava. But land on the night side, and you're flash frozen, your breath turning to icy crystals inside your lungs. Stand on the twilight zone between both, and you get the worst of both worlds, searing and freezing at the same time, in a place with almost no atmosphere to cushion the blow. Mercury is proof that sometimes being in the middle isn't always safer. Notice how life is all about finding that sweet spot sometimes. It's a razor-thin line. Number 6. Uranus, the quietest ending. Ever imagine dying without a bang or even a thud? That's Uranus for you. The moment you fall in, you pass through pastel blue clouds made of hydrogen, helium, and methane. There's no surface waiting for you, just a slow, endless drop into increasingly thick gases. You'd suffocate before you felt the crushing pressure, and even then, you'd never hit bottom. The further you fall, the more the temperature drops, and the heavier it gets, until your body simply dissolves into a chemical soup. No fiery crash, no heroic last words, just silence, cold, and fading light. Sometimes the most powerful forces are the quietest ones. Number 5. Mars, the Red Mirage. Mars, the poster child for human colonization. It looks almost inviting, with rusty plains and blue sunsets, but Mars is the trickster of the solar system. Step outside your lander without a suit, and your lungs would gasp for air that isn't there. The atmosphere is barely 1% as thick as Earth's wealth. You'd pass out in under a minute, long before you ever felt cold. But cold is coming. The average temperature on Mars is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and your body would lose heat so fast, your last moments would feel like burning from the inside out. Your blood wouldn't boil outright, but it would deoxygenate rapidly, while your saliva might start bubbling from the lack of pressure. The famous dust storms? They look dramatic, but the air is too thin for them to be deadly like an Earth hurricane. They do, however, fill your nose and mouth with fine toxic dust, just enough to make suffocation even more unpleasant. Even if you lasted more than a minute, Mars would keep the punishment coming. The gravity is weaker, about a third of Earth's, so your muscles would twitch, confused, and overloaded as your nervous system goes haywire from the lack of oxygen and pressure. In a suit, you might survive for a while, but suits leak, and Mars waits for your mistake. Yet, here's the twist. Mars is also the most Earth-like planet. It has seasons, sunsets, and ice caps, which makes its lethality even more insidious. Every familiar thing is hiding 1,000 ways to end you. People think Mars is our backup plan. In reality, it's the universe's ultimate look but don't touch warning sign. So the next time you see a Mars rover selfie, imagine all the things those little machines survive that we never could, and look for the hidden challenges behind every safe bet. Number 4. Neptune, the Wind-Shear shredder. Neptune's sapphire blue is captivating, but it's a trap. As you plunge in, winds up to 1,200 miles per hour whip the atmosphere into a frenzy. That's faster than the speed of sound, and fast enough to rip metal apart. Your suit would barely register the onslaught before it was torn to ribbons. The temperature? About 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Even if the winds didn't shred you, the cold would crystallize your breath and freeze your skin instantly. Go deeper, and the pressure increases so quickly your bones would snap and your body would compress into something unrecognizable. In just seconds, Neptune turns you into stardust, no trace, no echo, just a hint of blue in an endless storm. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember that sometimes sheer power is invisible until it hits you. Number 3. Jupiter, the planet-sized death machine. Jupiter doesn't mess around. If there's a way to die, Jupiter's got it dialed to 11. Imagine you're falling into its stormy embrace. First, radiation. Jupiter's magnetosphere is like a giant, invisible microwave. Even the best spacecraft shielding isn't enough. Step outside, and within hours your DNA is scrambled beyond repair. But let's say you're in a shielded pod, bravely diving through Jupiter's candy-colored clouds. The wind howls at hundreds of miles per hour, and ammonia storms turn the skies into a toxic blender. As you sink, gravity doubles, triples, quadruples soon. The force on your body is enough to collapse your bones, squeezing you flat before you even reach the surface. Except there is no surface. Jupiter is a giant ball of gas, with only a core of metallic hydrogen, if it even exists, buried beneath layers of crushing pressure. The deeper you fall, the darker and hotter it gets eventually. The heat is hotter than a blast furnace, and the pressure is thousands of times what submarines can handle. Even if you built a suit tougher than steel, it would disintegrate in moments. And there's still more. The infamous Great Red Spot is a storm so large it could swallow Earth whole. Try to land anywhere near it, and you're torn apart by wind, shredded by electricity, and baked alive all at once. Dying on Jupiter isn't poetic, it's a symphony of destruction, every part of the planet working in concert to erase you from existence. And yet, Jupiter is the reason we're here. Its immense gravity shields Earth from comets and asteroids, acting as a cosmic bodyguard. It destroys, but it also protects, making it the universe's ultimate reminder that some of the deadliest forces also keep us safe. Whenever something feels overwhelmingly powerful, remember that sometimes those forces are the reason you get to experience anything at all. Number 2. Pluto, the peaceful fade-out. Dying on Pluto is a slow, almost gentle exit. There's no drama, just the coldest, loneliest place you can imagine. Land there, and the first thing you'll notice is the darkness. The sun is just a bright star. The surface is so cold, about any 100 degree Fahrenheit, that your tears would freeze before they could fall. The atmosphere is so thin you'd barely even choke. You'd just lose consciousness quietly as your body freezes solid. No storms, no sound, just endless twilight and icy stillness. It's not painful so much as it is isolating, the slowest, quietest way to go. Pluto reminds us that in the universe, some endings aren't violent, they're just quietly absolute. Take a moment today to appreciate the warmth and noise of life all around you. Number 1. Saturn, the rings of ruin. Saturn is pure visual poetry, golden clouds, shimmering rings. But step into its domain, and the romance ends fast. First, those beautiful rings? They're made of ice and rock, swirling at tens of thousands of miles per hour. Try to walk on them, and you'll be shredded in an instant like jumping into a frozen blender. Let's say you somehow dodge the rings and descend toward the planet. The upper atmosphere is all hydrogen and helium, so you can't breathe, and the pressure ramps up with every second. The winds howl at more than 1,000 miles per hour, turning the clouds into knives. Dive deeper, and the pressure turns to violence. Your body compresses, your organs collapse, and the temperature rises until you're cooked from the inside. And then there's the radiation. Saturn's magnetic field blasts you with invisible energy that slowly tears apart your DNA. If you somehow make it further, the planet's core is so hot and dense it warps the laws of physics as we know them. Saturn is the universe's reminder that beauty and danger aren't opposites, they're partners. It lures you in with elegance, then ends you in ways you never saw coming. So, next time something stuns you with its beauty, take a moment to wonder what lies beneath the surface. Let's be real, the universe isn't just stranger than we imagine, it's stranger than we can imagine. And yet, every one of these deadly worlds has a story that ties back to us, here on our one-of-a-kind blue planet. If you loved this cosmic tour, hit that subscribe button. There's a universe of wild stories waiting for you. And if you want to keep exploring these what-if journeys, stick around for the next adventure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, look up, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the best way to appreciate life on Earth is to imagine how weird it could be anywhere else.